This is dark. I don't care. I want to apologize for shitting on Alice earlier. I have this whole week off from work and I want to read a lot, but I'm not getting motivated to read. So we're gonna force myself to get motivated to read. I have here a deck of cards, and this deck is gonna choose how many pages I read this week. It's gonna be really simple. A 2 will be 20 pages, 3 is 30 pages, 4, 40 pages, and so on and so forth. Once we get to Jack, it'll be 110. Queen will be 120, King will be 130. And then when we get to Ace, that's gonna be 150 pages. And if any Joker comes up, that's 200 pages. Let's hope I don't get a Joker because I don't know if I can do that in a day. I am gonna pick 3 to 4 cards and then we will decide. All right, wait, let me do my impressive shuffle so you guys will all be really impressed. Guys, look, I can shuffle like this. Are you impressed? I would be. Okay, 3 cards. Ready? This is 90 pages, 80 pages. Oh God. Oh my God. Like, what are the odds? I literally said, let's hope we don't get a Joker, and here we are. Well, I wanted the motivation to read, so I have to read 200 and, oh my God, no, wait. I think I have to read 300 pages. No. 280 plus 90 is 170. I have to read 370 pages today. This might not happen, okay? Like, I'm being so real with you. I might not be able to achieve this. I can't believe this. I actually can't believe this. Okay, well. We're gonna attempt. I made such a big proclamation that I'm gonna do this. I wanna read, so we're gonna read. I am currently reading, I can't believe I got a Joker. I'm currently reading All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Crosby. I'm on page 86, and there are 338 pages in here. I have to finish this book, and then I have to start another one. Here are my options for the next book. The first option is The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno Garcia. The other option is Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. This is a mystery, and this one's more of like a fantasy thriller, I want to say, or mystery too. It's like a mystery as well. Let's do it, I guess. Let's do it. Let me procrastinate more by giving you my thoughts on this book. I'm very invested in the mystery, but there's a lot of backstory that we're getting, and there's so many characters, so I need to like lock in. I think locking in and being able to like finish this today will actually help me more understanding of like what's actually happening in this book. There's been a terrible crime that's happened, and it's a lot of things are being uncovered that are very unsettling to read about, but there's also a heavy presence of like racial inequality and how Black people are treated in the South. So it's a lot. It is a lot of information and emotional. What? Come here. She was screaming at me, so here she is. Say hi to Suki, everyone. Suki, say hi to the camera. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty intense. I may or may not be depressed by the end of this book, but I've got to finish the whole thing today, so here we are. Let's get started. First of all, thank God I got a haircut because my hair, the ends were so dry and it was just feeling so heavy and so I got a haircut. It looks pretty good, I think. Hold on. It looks pretty good. Look at that. I love when they blow dry it. It feels so light and airy. I'm currently on page 236, which means I am 69% of the way through. I think I have 100 pages left. I did it. I'm going to finish this book, but then I forgot we still have to read 118 pages after that. This is dark. This is an incredibly dark book. This is terrifying. The crime that has been committed and the multiple crimes that have been committed after that. It's also telling that the author is not even giving us the full details of the crime because it's so graphic and it's so terrible that the author doesn't even trust the reader to get the full scope of what has happened in this crime. People who watch true crime documentaries and like listen to those true crime podcasts regularly, your mind is on a different level. Like, I'm reading one true crime book and I can't do this. I think this is going to be my true crime book for the year. Consider me shook. Consider me disgusted. But I am very curious to find out who the killer actually is. I don't know like what exactly, but I can just tell the matter-of-fact way that the author writes the main character. I can just tell it's written by a man, and this is a story about a man. It's like the men that I usually read are written by women, and you can tell. And I couldn't really tell the difference because I don't read that many books written by men, but you can tell that this is written by a man. It's just like the matter-of-fact way of stating things, and just like the bravado and like the I have emotions, but I have to look past that so I can get better, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay. I get why he has to be so detached from his emotions because he is dealing with something that is wholly gruesome and he can't get emotional about it because he probably wouldn't be able to solve the crime if he did. Yeah, so I'm having a great time. This book is insane. I don't even know how else to describe this except insane. Did I finish this or did it finish me? That's the real question right now. It was emotionally a lot, but it was good. I think I would give it 4 stars. Some of the narrative stuff and like the scene and ambiance setting in this was a little bit repetitive for me. Oh, hi, Suki. Come. Hi. Look who's here. Look who's here. It was good. So that means now that I've finished it, I have read 252 pages. I have 118 more pages to go to read, but it is 11 p.m. and this book quite literally took everything out of me. So I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the 118 pages today, but I promise you I will add it to whatever my total is tomorrow. All right, day 2. These are the 3 cards that I picked yesterday. I didn't finish all the pages, so I have 118 left, which will be in addition to whatever I get today. Please, please let me have less. Oh, okay. Starting out with the 2, so 20 pages, 40 pages. Oh, thank God. Okay, 40 pages. Okay, so I have to do, today's total is 40 plus 40, 80, 100 plus 118. So I have to read a total of 218 pages today. I am going to be starting The Bewitching. I think it should be okay. The last book I finished was obviously very serious. This one seems serious too, but it's more fantasy based and like a historical fiction, so it should be easy, but I am giving myself a chance to DNF for now just because I read such an intense book before this. This follows Minerva, who is from Mexico City, and she's in college and she's writing a thesis on the novel The Vanishing by Beatrice Tremblay, and she finds out that this novel was actually based on a true story. So she dives even deeper into the manuscript and sees that there was probably like some disturbing forces around the original author. Yeah, there's like mystery elements, there's fantasy elements, there's like magic. I'm hoping this witchy vibe continues to give me the fall vibe that I'm craving right now. I just got back from the gym and I read one chapter of this. I listened to it and I'm bored. I was not interested at all at what was happening. So I think I'm going to stop this. I did read 20 pages, so that means I have 198 pages left to read today. And I'm going to start Catabasis. On page 4, I'm way more interested than I was on page 4 of the previous book. So we'll see. There's always like a level of humor in her books that I really like, the snarky humor. This one also, I surprisingly have the audiobook and the ebook from the library. So I'm a little bit more excited for this one because it's like about a journey to hell. And I really did like Dante's Inferno when I was in high school and I read it. So basically that Alice is going to hell to bring back her professor because she has a dissertation that she needs to argue and she can't do it without this professor, and he died. So she's going to hell to bring him back, and she's listing off like all the things that she's taking to hell to like help her on her journey. This girl has like a limited amount of things she can take, and she chooses to bring a book just in case she's bored. I think that's hilarious. Like, she's truly a reader. She's bringing a book in case she's bored. In hell, someone who's an academic through and through, bringing a book just in case is crazy. Okay, I have a couple of updates for you guys, but first it's day 3, so let's pick our next 3 cards. Again, the last 6 cards now that I've pulled are out of the deck, so I can't get them again. God forbid I get a joker. Okay, first card is a 6, so that's 60 pages. Then we have a 2, that's 20 pages, and 3. That's 30 pages. So that is a total of 110. I'm actually okay with that total. Last night, I did complete my 218 pages, which was 20 pages of The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and then 198 pages of Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. Really enjoyed this book so much that I was only supposed to stop at 198 for the challenge that I'm doing, but I ended up reading till 300, which is a whole 100 more pages than I needed to. I think a little past the 50% mark on this book, and I have a lot of thoughts. First, I hate Alice. I'm at a part right now where she's talking about how she can't stand feminists. Are you kidding me? This is probably one of like the more unlikable characters that I'm reading about. She is so ambitious, but in a way that's like very aggressive and she puts so many people down just to get ahead. And I'm like waiting for her redeeming qualities to show up. I'm at 50%, so I'm assuming they'll happen at the end. Maybe she'll never get redeemed. Maybe she'll just always be this asshole and she'll turn into, because her advisor is also an asshole. And maybe she'll just turn into him eventually at the end. This is something. They're going through basically like the 7, 8 levels of hell. They keep missing situations where they could actually potentially be saved and actually everything would work out in their favor, but because Alice messes it up, because her pride gets to her, or she gets like overwhelmed, or she has like anxiety, or I don't know, she just like keeps messing up. And it's really frustrating now because I'm just like, girl, get it together. But like, I'm not like rage reading this because the world building in this is really, really interesting. I am, like always, how I always get with ARFCON, getting a little bit tired with the paragraphs and paragraphs of explanations on like educational things. It's like there's a lot of paradoxes that they talk about, or there'll be like a lot of logical arguments or fallacies that they talk about, which I'm just like, I'm not interested in that. I've never been interested in that, and I will not be interested in that after reading this book. So you tell me what you want to tell me and I will take your word for it, girl. Like I don't care. But the actual story part of it, of like Alice and her, I think, rival slash friend Peter going through the levels of hell and the people that they're meeting, characters that they're coming across, is very, very interesting. I love that part of the story. That's the reason why I got to page 300. This is my second to last day of doing this challenge. So I'm going to read 110 pages now. Second to last day of doing this. I think tomorrow's gonna be my last day because it's Friday tomorrow. So we're gonna finish it off tomorrow. Let's get back to reading Calabasas. Oh, God. Oh my God. Alice is so annoying, bro. She's so annoying. Like, Alice is just a classic people pleaser. Yeah. Yuck. Like, I'm all for a woman being ambitious. And you know what? I support women's wrongs. But not when you're doing it and putting down other women and, in fact, other humans against you. Like, it's so weird. The more I've read about Alice, the less and less I have liked her, and everything bad that happens to her, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, girl, you deserve this. Okay, this is a spoiler, so skip to this time if you don't want to find out what I'm talking about here, but she has been, I think, kind of abused by her advisor, Professor Grimes. And this next paragraph says, if anyone asked Alice why she never reported Professor Grimes for any of the things he'd ever done or said to her, she would explain that there was nothing to report because it was her fault. She genuinely thinks she had a choice in everything that's happened to her up until now, and it wasn't one like abusing their power, or it wasn't someone who was treating her a certain way because they could. She's just like continuously dehumanizing herself somehow. I don't understand what your brain has to be like to be able to let people walk all over you and then be like, actually, you know what? That was my fault. I let them do that. And then do nothing to change it. Do nothing to change it. You continue to let people walk all over you because you're just like, it'll be worth it in the end. Nothing is worth this. Nothing is worth this. Holy shit. This is so crazy. Like, I feel insane reading this. What is this? What is this? Rebecca, Miss Kwong, what the is this? Good morning. It is day 4, the last day, and we're gonna pick our cards for today. First card, a 3, okay. Second, 5, and then third, 4. 120 pages. I am currently on page 420, so that means I would have to get to 540 540. Wait, oh my God. That's perfectly the end of the book. It's 541 pages to finish this book. So yeah, I have to finish this book today. I'm very excited about that because I'm very into this book now. I want to apologize for shitting on Alice earlier. She is understandable. She's a complicated character. I get why she did what she did. Journeying to Hell, really crazy, bro. I don't know how anyone can come out of this experience and be normal, actually. So I'm very curious to see how this book ends. I have I have literally 120 pages left. So this is kind of crazy. It's that I get exactly the amount of pages I need to finish this book. Dang. And to think the first day we got a Joker. I have very much changed my tune now. I'm scared. I'm scared what's gonna happen at the end. I'm also scared because like so many people have such mixed opinions on this book. So I'm very curious to see like what happens. I have no clue. I have zero clue what's gonna happen at the end of this book. I was editing the vlog and I realized I never filmed an outro for this, but I did end up completing the challenge. I finished this book. I gave it, I think, 4.5 stars. There was a small aspect of romance in here, which I absolutely loved. Very, very tiny. Because there was that small nugget of romance in here, I think that kind of brought the whole story together. And I really, really appreciated that addition. It was building up from the beginning. I'm not saying it was just like randomly added in at the end, but there was a part of me that was hoping it would happen, and then it did happen, and I was very excited about it. I enjoyed this a lot more than Babel, because people have said like if you liked Babel, you will like this. I like this way better than Babel, I will say. I liked the way the story moved. I thought the pacing was pretty good, and the lack of explanation for the like later circles of hell felt correct because it started becoming more about Alice and like what she was internally dealing with rather than what is externally happening to her. So I thought that was really creative. I like this. I'm always iffy with R.F. Kuang. Sometimes don't like her books, sometimes do like her books. She's a very much like a 50-50 author for me. I really do recommend reading this in the fall. I think it's the perfect ambiance. If you, like me, don't like huge, lengthy educational explanations in books, it's okay to just skip them. I found I still understood the story doing that. I am so glad I did this challenge. It was really, really fun. Definitely made me get more focused when it comes to reading. I found myself not picking up my phone, barely watching TV and stuff, which is kind of what I wanted to do anyways. There's nothing for me to watch right now. I finished 2 books. I had a great time, and I might do it again sometime in the future. If you've made it this far, this was a really chatty video, and I thank you for staying for this long. I hope that you're taking care of yourself, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.